couple of quick announcements. I've been talking with the folks over at Industry and Watchtower, and we're trying to build a little bit more into what's happening, because I know some of you come into the gym to buy products that you can't normally get. So we have some really cool things that are happening with FitAid and Set Bars. FitAid and Set Bars are going to be offering us a discount, or basically a coupon code that you can go in and you can buy their products at retail price, and they're going to difference the wholesale price back to the gyms. So what we would normally be selling on the shelves that you would normally buy, we would make our margins for, they're actually going to return those margins to us buying it through their website. So keep your eyes on an email. I'm going to send out those codes for you guys. So if you want to buy FitAid and stock back up, or if you want to buy Set Bars and fill your house back with Yum Yums again, they're going to give us that opportunity. I think that's really cool. So really grateful that they're doing that. The second thing that we're doing at Neuse River is we are going to start the Neuse River Army Fund. And what we're going to do with this, just so you guys are aware, we've had a few members have to pause and hold their memberships. Obviously, it was a hard decision for them to make, and we fully support it because we want people to be happy and healthy and have their hearts full. So the pre-order for equipment that's going out tonight, the proceeds of those shirt sales are going to go into a fund that Neuse River is going to sponsor any athletes that need a membership paid in dues for when we get out of this mess. So once we get back to normal operation, that fund will be set up. As soon as you guys purchase those shirts, I'm going to tally the amount. I'm going to tell all the membership what we pull through, and we're going to leave it in the account until those guys need to use those memberships. Just a way to try to give it back to our community and make sure that people can stay involved and stay doing what they love. It's just a really strange time. So I'm happy to be able to offer that. You guys take a look at my Instagram story. I put the new designs out. I'll send an email and I'll post in the private group how to go through the process of ordering those. The last one is, if you didn't notice, Born Primitive is offering 50% profit sharing with everything that gets sold through their website to the gyms. So there's a coupon code that they've given. You enter that at the time of your purchase, and they will actually write the gym a check for 50%. So it's really cool to see these companies coming together to try to support our community a little bit. So keep your eyes open for those announcements. They'll be coming out. I know the last thing that's happening, and I don't have all the logistics on it, the folks over at Industry are actually setting up a really cool opportunity to buy an at-home gym package for a significantly discounted rate through the company that they use up in Canada. Neuse River is going to get in on this. Once we get the information, I will send it all out to you. It's going to be a very reasonably priced package, a small home gym equipment, so you can have the things that you need. I believe it was a dumbbell, a wall ball, an ab mat sit-up, or you do sit-ups on them, but an ab mat, and a few other small pieces of equipment, just so you guys had a bundle to be able to follow the workouts for this very strange set of circumstances. So with that being said, if nobody has any questions, you're welcome to just throw into the chat. If you have any questions, Sean can pull it back to me. We'll get started on what we're going to do today. So we're going to start with just a burpee warm up. So the song AC/DC Thunderstruck, every time they say it, you're going to do a burpee. I'll play the music in the background. If you can't hear it, I'll be yelling it into the microphone so you'll know that it's time to do a burpee. After that, we're going to come over to a wall. Again, if you don't have a clear wall, just use a broomstick or a PVC pipe, and you can still maintain the same tempo. This is actually a pretty spicy tempo set. So it's a 5-second descent, a 2-second hold, a 5-second ascent, and then a 2-second hold back down into the next rep. Times 4 reps, times 4 sets. I will be tempoing the cadence so that you guys can follow along. And if you're having any issues or you need to make any adjustments with those movements because of an injury, just post up in the chat and we'll make sure that you guys get taken care of. On the Metcon today, so can they see that over there? Yeah, they can. Can you turn that just a little bit? On the Metcon today, we have a little bit of gymnastics work with a little bit of bar work and some conditioning. This is really fun, but it's hard and fast. We'll go through all the movements before we start, but it's a 9-minute AMRAP. We're doing gymnastic V-ups, pull-ups or table pull-ups, or bent over rows are another option that we can do today. So if you have dumbbells or a barbell and you don't have something that you can do a pull through, we can do bent over rows, overhead squat with whatever items that you're using. You can bike, ski, row, or you can run a 200 meter, which should take you about a minute to give you some time frame for how far you're going to be running. So if you don't know how far that is, I would say run out for about 30 seconds and then run back in for 30 seconds. And then depending on what variation that you can do or what you have available to you, handstand push-ups, pike push-ups, or hand release push-ups for the last movement, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this Thunderstruck thing going. So if you need to grab a drink of water, do it really quick. I'm gonna get started here in about 30 seconds. Waffles is ready. All right, guys, here we go. Ah, nice slow guitar intro. Carrie, you can do jumping squats. Here we go, guys. Carrie can do jumping squats instead of running today. Thunder, here we go, guys. Thunder, we back down. Thunder, back down again. Down. 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 There we go, guys. Down. All right, take a little second. Back down. Down. There's a lot of thunders in this song, guys. All right, shake it out. Take a second. Take a second. Down. 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 You ever play this as a drinking game? Way harder as a drinking game. Here we go. Here we go. Down. Anticipation. The anticipation's killing you. Breathe it out. It's coming. Don't worry. The anticipation is coming. All right, guys. Here we go. Down. 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 Whew, these things are strong. Enjoy the break. Enjoy the rest. Dance a little bit. There we go. Oh, I see that, Carrie. And we're down. 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 Just throwing extra ones in there. You probably sandbagged one of the reps. Down. 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 We're almost done. Down. Down one more and we're finished. Last rep. Good. All right. All right, take a second. That got hard towards the end. Take a second, breathe a little bit, grab a drink of water. find your space on whatever you're gonna use for your wall and or your PVC pipe or broomstick if you have it. We'll just talk about the mechanics of doing the squat up against the wall. Cam does look great today, doesn't she? Almost as good as Bring Sally Up. I think I would do Thunderstruck 1,000 times before I would do Bring Sally Up. All right, we're gonna come over here to the wall. Come on over here, guys. Hugs are always free here. All right, so just a couple of talking points on the wall squat. As you get warm, this is gonna get a little bit easier, okay? So I want everybody to do a few test reps on this to figure out how far away from the wall they're gonna need their feet to be in order to get through full range of motion. Don't sacrifice range of motion for torso position yet, all right? Warm up. As you can get closer, your torso will start to move a little bit more upright and it will right the path of your squat, all right? The other thing I don't want you to overcompensate for is foot width. It's a lot easier to get closer if your feet are super wide. So try to maintain a normal squat position that you would do for a back squat or an air squat, all right? So we'll have Cam come up on over to the wall. Cam is a fantastic wall squatter, for the record. So Cam's about 5 inches away from the wall. Go ahead. Good. And you'll notice she's having a hard time keeping her hands overhead. This is the ideal position for you to do this in. All right, so hands overhead and down. Good. So she's getting good depth, good range of motion. Can you just go really close on purpose? So what's going to happen is if she's too close, I'm going to stand behind her to make sure she doesn't fall. She's probably going to lose her balance and almost fall backwards. The ideal setting for this is that you move closer as the rounds get a little bit easier, all right? And I will be doing the cadence together, so we'll get started here in about 30 seconds. If you don't have a wall, I want you to be in a low bar back squat position with your PVC pipe. Try to get it as low between your shoulder blades as possible so that you can really maintain an upright torso position. All right, we're gonna do 4 squats tempoed in a 5-second down. I'm gonna start at 1, and then I'm gonna count back up. Here we go, first rep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now we have the cadence. Let's go back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's set rep 2. 2 more to go. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last rep. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So shake it out for a second. Give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. Now your objective is to be a little bit closer to the wall. Also, I'm trying to maintain the same tempo, and I see you guys are moving at different paces. Try to stay in cadence with the tempo. Slow down through the middle part of your squat. Don't rush. I don't know the girl who's doing it with a rake, but you're doing a great job. I can see you. Stephanie, you're doing a great job. All right, guys, let's go ahead and hit the second set here. Tempo down, we're gonna count it down. Going down, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest and down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rep 3, down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last rep, really slowing it down. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, relax. If you're not sweating by now, you're sandbagging your squats, guys. All right, make sure you're keeping the tempo, especially for those people I can't see. Little sneakers. Nice. I love watching people work out in their gyms. This is my favorite. All right, guys, hop on deck, set 3. Hands in overhead position. Good. And we're going to descend. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 4? Oh, I lost count. Good. I think that was 4. I think we did 4. We're on 3 out of 4. If I did 3, that's my mistake. I'm terrible at counting. You guys know that by now. Linda doesn't know that. Linda, I'm not good at counting. I just want to, it's full disclosure. All right, so while we're just chilling here for a second, let's just take a second to do a little bit of a couch stretch. Go ahead and hit one of your quads because we're really going to slow this tempo down, all right? So we're going to do a little bit of quad stretching, maybe just get a little bit of a forward fold, kind of a hamstring, kind of just cradling yourself for a second because we're really going to slow the tempo down on this one. We'll get started here in about 10 seconds. Look at that balance, Laurent. You're like a gymnast. All right, guys, let's get ready. Last set, best set. Be mindful of your torso position. Try to breathe through your squats. It's not a race to finish. It's a race to get better. It's a race to have better range of motion, okay? And down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 to go. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rep 3, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, last rep. 4, 5, hold, and up. 2, 3, 4, and good. Relax. So what I want everyone to do, especially if you're outside, just go for a really light little jog. Shake the legs out. Do like 50 to 100 meters. Just kind of shake the legs. Feel really good. We'll meet back at the whiteboard here, and we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to do for this conditioning piece today. Yeah, running in place. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't have the outsides, just run in place for about 30 seconds. Hi, Coda. Highlight? I have to, you can't see it. You can't see the workout because of the glare. That's better. All right, I think everybody's back. How you feeling, Lauren? Feeling good? Good. I don't know who the couple is, but I love the fact that you guys are just kind of, Julia, you guys are just doing it together in the living room, just getting it done. I love it. All right. Who's doing it? RX, who's doing it scaled? One of you has to decide one or the other. Okay. So you'll just do the pull-ups off there, and you can do them like wherever you want over here. And then, so the other variation here is going to be, so I want you to do a single arm overhead squat. I have a 20-pound dumbbell. So you can just do that. And then you can do either hand release or pike push-ups. It's your choice. And you can, if you're going to do handstands, just do them against that wall right there. All right, guys, let's talk about this workout. I was just getting my crew set up, getting things moving here. All right, this is a fun, high intensity burner. This is going to be a killer. And once we're done with the workout, we're just going to do a few minutes of active stretching, a little bit of recovery stretching, just to get your mind wrapped around what you did today, get your body feeling good. So let's talk a little bit about what we have on deck for today. So we have a 9-minute AMRAP. I'm going to include all the variations in here that you can do. Just note if you're going to, record your score, make note of what you're using, if it's a barbell or a dumbbell or whatever it is that you end up using, either or. So 20 V-ups, no real modification here for this movement. You either have to scale it to maybe a crunch or a knee to chest, or you can do the full range of motion. I'll have the ladies demo that movement for you. So 20 V-ups. The second movement we're going to do is going to be a pull-up, or we have a variation where you can anchor yourself to a table. I don't have a kitchen table here, so what we've done is we've lowered a pull-up bar to show or simulate what that movement's going to look like. So you can do a pull-up that way. Or you can just do bent over rows. So if you have your dumbbells or you have a barbell, just execute bent over rows. If you only have one dumbbell or one barbell, split work, do 10 on each side, and then move on to the next movement. So either pull-ups or with a table or bent rows. So those are our options there. These are all set for 20 reps apiece until you get to the bike. Next movement's going to be an overhead squat. So if you have a barbell, the RX weight is 115/80. So moderately challenging weight. The target for this, for anyone who's doing it, you should be able to do these in at least no more than 2 to 3 sets. If you're breaking this up into 3 or 4 sets, you got too much weight on the bar, you're missing the stimulus of the workout. If you can do it in 1 set, great. Like really send it, hold the bar, don't let it go, hit all 20 reps, and then move on to the next thing. But again, if you're breaking this into 3 or 4 sets, we're losing a little bit of that stimulus. So try to stay between 2 and 3 at the most. Next movement's going to either be a bike, a ski, a row. So if you have any of that equipment available to you, it'll be 20 calories for the men folk and then 15 calories for ladies. If you don't have that equipment available to you, very simple, you're going to go out and run a 200-meter run. And like I said earlier, this is going to be somewhere around maybe a minute and 20 seconds. So just have that kind of in your framework. If you don't have a place to run, you can simply run in place for a minute. And that is awful, and that's a horrible thing to do. So good luck to you guys who are running in place. If you don't really feel like running in place, you can sub out mountain climbers, and you can do that for a minute too. So a couple of options there, just as long as you're getting your feet moving fast, that'd be the objective on if you don't have the equipment to do a bike, ski, or row. The last movement that we have on deck for you today is a handstand push-up. So if you have the wall space, obviously go for the movement. If you need to scale it, build up your ab mats or pads below your head so that you don't smash your noggin into the ground. If you'd like to do a modification of that movement, you can simply scale to pike push-ups from a V'd position in a pike position where you're pushing your hands through your shoulders, and I'll have the ladies demo that as well. The next variation that we can do is just a hand release push-up. So standard operating procedure, full plank, tight torso version for a hand release push-up. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to have the ladies kind of demo the movements for you. So we have 2 variations that's going to happen here. We're going to have Cam. Cam's going to run the scaled variation of the workout, but we can both have you guys show us what V-ups look like. So have the ladies meet in the middle. Big thing on the V-ups here, guys, try to maintain as tight of a leg position so you're not bending your knees too much to do it. You're bringing your torso and your feet up simultaneously and trying to touch your hands to your feet. If you need to scale this movement, simply do a crunch where you're bringing your knees up to your chest and then extend your legs back out. Both variations are completely acceptable. Just work with whatever you have to do today. One other variation, if you want to maintain a straight leg position, would just be alternating leg lifts where you touch one leg to one arm. This is a good scaling variation too. So if you can't do V-ups, you can scale to either alternating legs or you can do crunches. Both are good scaling variations. And if you have any questions on that, just post it in the chat. We can make that modification. I'm going to have you guys take a look at what Cam's doing first for the tabletop. So what we did again here is we just mounted a barbell a little bit lower to the ground, or a pull-up bar rather, to the ground. Essentially what you'd be doing is you'd pull it, if you had a table, you'd be anchoring your hands to the end of the table and doing a pull-up. You also could use something on your deck, or you could set something like a broomstick in between 2 items and pull. All she's going to do is maintain a tight torso position and pull straight up. Good. So essentially a very scaled version of a pull-up, easy to execute, easy to set up. So if you have the ability to pull something around where you can pull that way, that'll be great. If you don't, you can simply defer right back into a bent over row and do it that way. I don't know that I need Lynn to demonstrate a pull-up for you guys. I think we're good on pull-ups. If you're at that stage in your fitness, the thing that I would ask for if you are executing pull-ups today is you're doing pretty decent sets, all right? Or you're doing fast singles. It should not be a situation where you're spending a tremendous amount of time on this movement. So if you need to scale it to move quickly, do so. Jumping pull-ups are always a good variation. Not a huge fan of doing kipping banded pull-ups, but strict band pull-ups are a great variation as well. So if you have the equipment, go ahead and set that up. Otherwise, make the modification for the table or the bent over row. Next movement we have, I'm gonna have Cam demo first with a single arm. So she's only got one dumbbell today. She's gonna do 10 overhead squats, single arm, and then she's gonna alternate to her other arm and do 10 on that side. I don't really care if you break this up in fives. I don't care if you break it up, but the bigger goal would be to hold on to the dumbbell for as long as you can. Ideally, you should be able to do this in 1 or 2 sets, especially if you're only using one dumbbell. Cool, questions on that? The other variation, we'll just turn the camera over here to Lynn. She's just using a standard bar, snatching the bar up overhead. There she is. Good. Just remember with an overhead squat, guys, it's about pushing the bar up. We want active shoulders, stable position from here going straight up. I don't want bent elbows. Activate the torso or the hips straight back, and then dive bomb into the bottom of that squat. All right? Cool. So the next movement we have, I don't know that we need to demo the 15 or 20 cals. Ladies, remember you're at 15 cals if you're on a piece of equipment. If you're not on a piece of equipment, we're aiming for approximately 200-meter run or 1 minute of active movement, high knees, running in place, mountain climbers, all good variations. And then the last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna demonstrate a pike push-up. So I'm just gonna have Cam with no equipment. You're gonna do right here. So Cam has no equipment. She's like, I wanna do a handstand push-up today. She's gonna do a modification where she's just gonna keep her butt straight up in the air. She's gonna drive her head straight through her arms and touch her head to the bottom of earth. Or we can go into simply hand release push-ups, torso tight, pick up both hands, and then drive through the bottom. The one thing I don't wanna see on a hand release push-up is that she basically, right, so she pulls her torso up first and then picks her butt up. Like, be tight, don't be lame, do good, don't do lame, okay? Any questions on how we're gonna run this through? Lynn's gonna run the RX variation. She's gonna be doing handstand push-ups, overhead squats with the barbell, and regular pull-ups. Cam is gonna be running the home variation with tabletop pull-ups, single arm overhead squats, and pike push-ups. Cool. And what are you guys doing? Are you skiing, running? What are you doing? Want to just run? I mean, it's a short run. So we got runners. We lost. There we are. Cool. So my folks are going to go ahead and run. Remember, your run should be no more than a minute, maybe a minute and 15 seconds. If there's no questions, I'm going to get started here. I'll have a clock running in the background. You'll be able to see it. We're going to count it down from 9 minutes. We'll get started in about 60 seconds. Maybe we'll give you 90 seconds if you need to run to the bathroom. Can I move? I'm good with your bar there. I'm just going to move the clock to right here. Is that where you're doing pull-ups? Okay. All right, guys. Am I on mic? All right, guys. Clock is set. I'm going to put some music on, and then we're going to get this thing going. 9-minute AMRAP. Remember, we're starting back at the top with V-ups. The order is V-ups, pull-ups, overhead squats, running, biking, or rowing, and then handstand push-ups, pike push-ups, or hand release push-ups. Here we go. All right, guys, let's get started. 10 seconds. Get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm just saying, you got couple goals. Y'all are doing the V-ups together. This is a pretty cute moment. Carrie, you're a savage at V-ups.
We're just gonna stay here and then do this.
Atta girl, coach. Pump those rows out, girl. Oh, that's cool. Don't let your torso move so much, Carrie, when you're doing your rows. Keep your torso tight. I can see your biceps are already getting bigger, Brian. Nancy has figured out pull-ups at the Walker House. All I see are her feet. Good, guys. Keep grinding. You're about 90 seconds in. We should be coming into overhead squats, maybe getting close to the run or the row. Good squats, Jen. They're both running. Yes. Good depth, Carrie. We are out for the first run. We just had our athletes head out the door. Steph's on the row. Come on, Carrie, one more set. You're about 6.5 minutes left. 6.5 minutes left. Let's go, ladies. Bring it in. Come on. There they are. 6 minutes left. 3 down. Now you're in the pace where your heart rate's kind of getting through the roof. Take a few of those slow, deep breaths. This should be short work and short rest. 20 is not that many that you can't keep moving. Yes, Julie, come on, crush the bike. Five and a half left. Get that head down, Julie. I know it's hard, it sucks. Come on, Ren, get up. There you go, Kip. Just about halfway, guys. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left. Woo! Should be about a round in or close. Keep those legs straight, Loren. I can see him flopping around. Atta girl. Nice, Cam. 4 minutes. 5 down. 4 to go. Haz lo mejor, Loren. Carrie disappeared a few minutes ago. I haven't seen her. We got clothes coming off. Even in Canada, it's not that cold. Keep working. Come on, keep it up. Laurent, widen your grip on those rows. It's a little bit wider. No, not your feet, your hands. Come on, pick it up. Three minutes. You got about 3 minutes. I'm glad you did this. You hate these. Good. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Two and a half, y'all. 2.5. Try to keep your sets big with short rest. Big sets, short rest. I love the overhead squat. Yes. Keep that arm locked. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Come on, get out there. Go, 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 go. All right, guys, you got about 90 seconds left. Got about 90 seconds left. Good squat, Rent. Good rows, Nance. Yes, Yanan, get that jog in place, man. You're going to the Olympics. It's like you're moving at an incredible rate, but you're not getting anywhere. All right, guys, you only got about a minute left. If you're on the bike, get off the bike. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Go, Lynn. 55 seconds to go. Atta girl, Carrie. Come on. Let's go, coach. Come on, pick it up. 40 seconds. 30 seconds. All right, everybody should be moving right now. You have 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds. Hardest 9 minutes of your whole day, guys. 10 seconds to go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Cool. Grab a drink of water. We're going to circle up and just do a little bit of cool down stretching. I'm sure your heart rate is about a bajillion right now. So the first thing, heart rate's high. Take that 10 seconds to think about your breathing. Take 5-second slow inhales with a 5-second slow exhale. Make sure you get all the air out of your lungs, even if you're curled up on the ball, on the ground, praying to the CrossFit gods. Think about that breathing for a second. Then we're just going to hop here on the floor. We're going to do a little bit of cash out stretching. I'm even going to use my clock to make sure I stay on time because I am a horrible. I tell you, you have 60 seconds. It really means 5 seconds. All right, so give yourself a little bit of real estate. Find your space. Dragon stretch. Dragon? Stand by. How's your breathing, guys? How's your breathing? Give me 1 second here and we'll get started. Go ahead and just hop down into a pigeon pose for a second. I'm pulling up the stretches here. I didn't have them written on the whiteboard because I'm the worst coach ever. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're starting with a dragon stretch. This can also be used as a modified sort of pigeon pose. Basically what you see with Cam is she's kept her torso forward and she's kind of pushing her hip flexors forward, and it's really a stretch on the front space of your hip here. So let's go ahead and get on to the left side, or whatever side you're on, stay with. We'll stay right there. We're going to start the clock right now. We're going to stay here for 1 minute. We're going to stay here for 1 minute. And we're going to do the other leg, and then we're going into a puppy stretch and a cobra and a frog. Everybody loves a puppy. Nobody loves to clean up puppy poop. I'll be here all night. You guys can tip the waiter, try the veal. My dogs are somewhere. I just want to show you guys what a real dog stretch looks like for a second. It looks like that, right about there. Still got about 20 seconds in your stretch, so we might as well entertain you. And that is the dog stretch. That is Ness protecting the embassy here. All right, go ahead and switch legs. Be slow to come out here. You might be a little tight. Don't rush into it. We'll get started in about 10 seconds on the next leg. And 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, we'll hold this for 1 minute. The nice part about holding these stretches is you can move around in there, right? So if you find a certain space that you're kind of living in and it's a little tighter, hold that for a second. Or maybe you feel like I like moving from one side to the other, where I'll actually shift my weight from one side of my hips to the other, because that'll kind of move the stretch around a little bit. You can pull your heel out as you start getting a little bit loose. You can pull your heel out a little bit further if that feels good. We got about 30 seconds on this, and then we are going into, I think, this is what happens when you're not prepared, coach. Puppy dog. Puppy stretch. Stay in here for about another 10 seconds. Good. All right, slow to come out of this. We're going to go into a puppy dog pose. So the idea here is you're on all fours and you're trying to drive as you're pushing your kind of shoulders straight through, drive your hips back a little bit. I feel this really, really well in my thoracic spine. And if you need to modify this, you don't have to go flat into the ground. You can put your arms in something, elevate it a little bit, and actually do a little bit more of pressing your head through that window. Just depends on how you feel. We're going to hold this for 2 minutes, so you have another 90 seconds here. And for those of you who are hyper mobile in this position, be less mobile so that you feel the stretch like I do. It's kind of the request. What up, Bryce? I see Bryce in the house. So right now you're in that, kind of been in there for a minute. Take a few slow, deep inhales. Hold it for about 5 seconds. Exhale slow. Kind of getting into your cool down phase. We're actually going to go into a recovery position and just kind of relax. The next stretch is just going to be a cobra pose. So we'll move down there. We still have about 30 seconds though. Don't move yet. I was just giving you a little preemptive knowledge. Yes. 20 seconds, and then we're going to go into a cobra. That'll probably feel pretty good on your T-spine. So you can do a modified cobra too. If it's a little bit too much, you can go onto your elbows, or you can press all the way out from the bottom of your hands. Let's go ahead and make that move nice and slow. We'll transition into cobra. So you see Cam is like fully upright, good torso position. You can see Lynn's a little tighter. She's struggling to keep that upright torso position. So if this gets hard, we're going to hold this for a minute. We're about 10 seconds in. If this gets too cumbersome, just drop onto your elbows. There's nothing wrong with doing that. About 40 seconds, and then we're going to go into frog pose. We're going to hold that for 2 minutes. Frog is one of my favorite stretches. Oh, the whole family's here now. This is great. Julie and the fam. Everybody should be stretching. This is important. How long? We're holding this for like, what, 5 minutes? No, I'm just kidding. We got about 10 seconds. And then we're going to go into frog pose. I'm not doing the 5-minute plank challenge. I'm really proud of those people who are doing it. So before we get into frog, just stand up and just shake your legs out for a second, because we just did a lot of stretching in the back and the legs. If you want to just get a little forward fold, kind of shake it out, maybe extend the hips a little bit, open up your whole world to new possibilities. So when we go into frog, I'm gonna have Cam turn 90 degrees. So when we go into frog, basically what we're trying to accomplish is we're getting as wide as we can with our knees. Some people aren't gonna be able to get as wide. That's completely fine. Don't push this stretch. We're gonna hold this for 2 minutes starting now. Now you can explore the stretch a little bit, but try not to force your body into the stretch. I'm super, super tight here. I don't have great range of motion. So don't kill yourself trying to get into it. The more you do it, the better it gets. If you want to vary the stretch a little bit, you can come forward to release a little bit of tension and then kind of send your butt even further back to get a little bit more tension. Just don't force it. Just use it as a stretch. And also think about breathing right now. We're going to go into a recovery position after this for about 2 minutes just to relax. We're going to go do a couple deep breathing drills. I'm going to cadence you out some deep, slow breaths. Maybe take it as an opportunity to meditate. Think about where you are today. Be happy for what you have. Be grateful for your community. I know that I sure as hell am. I thank you guys for joining us for class today. We got about 40 seconds here, and then we're going to go into that recovery position. Slow breathing. Julie's family is exponentially multiplied since we started this workout. I think she's just flagging down her neighbor's kids to come in at this point. Got about 10 seconds. Got about 10 seconds.
Trusty Jen.
And what I want you to do now is just lay on your belly and roll onto your back nice and slowly. We're going to do some cadence breathing here. We're going to do an 8 count, hold, and then exhale 8. I'm going to count up. We're going to hold it for 8, and then I'm going to count down. And first time is going up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And take a couple recovery breaths. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. Be in contact with earth. Be where your feet are. We'll go for a second rep here and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3. We're holding 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And take a few slow recovery breaths. All right, guys, that kind of wraps up today. I just want to say thanks for joining the 3:30 class. The schedule for tomorrow will go out here in a little while. I know that Nathan is going to be running a ruckus class tomorrow at 9 a.m. I know a lot of you are excited about that, so tune in for his ruckus class at 9 a.m. I believe Watchtower will be doing the CrossFit class tomorrow morning. I don't know the time exactly. I want to say it's 11 a.m. Eastern. And then we'll have a mobility class for you on Sunday. So stay tuned for that. And we have some cool guest speakers coming back to you for next week. So stay tuned. And then all the stuff in terms of the equipment, apparel, and all that thing, that information will be running through your email and through the private group as we close out the rest of the week. So thanks again for your understanding, guys. For those of you who don't know, Wake County officially went into lockdown mode as of 5 p.m. today. I'm still going to be recording the workouts in the gym. So you'll still be able to tune in from the gym through the Neuse River class, but stay tuned for industry. Stay tuned for Watchtower classes. Thanks again. Have a great Friday, guys.